This morning in Going Places, we are seeing green as we head to the Emerald Isle. During this festive time of year when everyone is Irish, why not take a trip over to Europe to see Ireland in 2017? That's where we find our friend, senior editor for Travel Zoo, Gabe Saglier. He is live in Dublin right now ahead of the festive celebrations there. Top of the morning to you, Gabe, or actually, what time is it where you are?
Indeed, Mika. You know what? I don't think it really matters because it's St. Patrick's Festival. It's, you know, the pubs have been open for a long time, and it's, you know, we're nearing 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This is the middle of St. Patrick's Festival because, Michaela, they don't do it here in just one day. This is a week-long festival. It's in effect now, more than 30 different events throughout the city of Dublin. Tomorrow is the big parade, which starts at high noon, which we will be broadcasting live. About 500,000 people will be descending onto the streets of Dublin. If you've been to Dublin before, then you know this little pedestrian street here. It's Grafton Street. Great shopping here, great pubs. You make a friend at every corner. What I love to do, and this is my 6th trip out here, Michaela, 6th. Wow. Very lucky to do that. But that's actually a neat way to do Ireland. You come here once, you realize there's just so much to do. You want to come here back again and again. I started on the West Coast earlier this week in what they call the Wild Atlantic Way. Now, the Wild Atlantic Way at 1,500 miles is the longest designated driving road in the world. I started at Downpatrick Head. There's the man of the hour, St. Patrick. This is where he founded one of his churches. This is all about the spectacular scenery and a lot of selfie opportunities because the cliffs are dramatic. The oceanside villages are breathtaking. I visited a place called Slieve League, these 2,000-foot cliffs that jut out of the ocean into the sky. Tons of beaches here, many of them secluded, so they're all yours. Then I made my way up to Northern Ireland, the Ulster American Folk Park, where actors recreate 19th century Ireland and a lot of the emigration that happened into the States during that time as well. Titanic Belfast is there as well, where, of course, they built the Titanic. It's one of the best immersive visitor experiences ever. This is the ancient east of Ireland, 5,000 years of history and these quaint little fishing villages. And then yesterday I made my way down into Dublin Bay. Howth is one of these great little towns along Dublin Bay. The seafood's great, very family-friendly, great shopping. Suffice it to say, you know, just getting behind the wheel is probably the best way of discovering the Emerald Isle. And I should say, Michaela, with the dollar the way it is now against the euro or against the sterling, the British pound, which is what they use in Northern Ireland, we're seeing value now in travel out here that we've not seen in many years. Wow. So out of Rhode Island, you've got Norwegian Air flying out here, which is helping to keep prices down. That's one of those new international low-cost carriers. You're seeing packages out of Rhode Island under $800 per person with airfare and 7 nights out here. So come on down. I'll save you a pint, Michaela, and because it's starting to rain, I don't have my umbrella, but I do have some really cool rain gear, which is really in keeping with the frivolity of St. Patrick's Festival. But anyway, having a great time here, and it's always great to talk to you as well. Yeah,
you know what? You fit right in, Gabe. And I'll tell you what, I've always wanted to go to Ireland, but seeing those sights, seeing the places that you were able to experience, it looks that much more enticing. And they're not lying when they say there's so much lush green land there, right?
Well, are you asking about the green?
Yes.
There is, well, the rain here is enough that the countryside is very lush. The beer is not green the way that we tend to think of it back in the States. I don't think that the beer stays in that pint glass long enough to turn it green. It goes real quick. But yeah, green is the color of choice. As you can imagine, a lot of Americans come here this week. It's a big international influx, so green is just the color you wear to sort of join in the fun that this week brings. But which reminds me of the fact that 40 million Americans claim some degree of Irish heritage, so you know, 1.5 million of us out of the States will come here every year. So the red carpet, the green carpet, is rolled out for Americans really throughout the course of the year. But yeah, this is the week where a lot of us decide to come on down and join in the fun.
And you know what? If we do want to get there, I'm hearing that there is a contest. We could actually win a trip to Dublin.
Yeah. So this ends tomorrow. You can go to the Travel Zoo website and sign up. We're giving away a week-long trip for two with our friends at Gate One Travel. It's a week-long trip out here to Ireland. You've got to sign up on the Travel Zoo website, but the contest ends tomorrow, March 18th at midnight, and then we'll pick a winner. And I'm hoping it's someone who's watching right now, right here at the Road Show. It's our way of encouraging and enticing people to, whether you win or not, really, to consider travel out here, because it's one of those, I think for a lot of us, a bucket list destination. But when you start to really do the math and realize that there's an affordability factor and that the hospitality you hear about is real, it makes travel out here that much more enticing.
Well, you sold me, Gabe. I definitely want to plan my trip. And we'll talk to you tomorrow, yes?
That's right. It ends tomorrow, so you got, a little over 24 hours to join in the fun.
Okay, sounds great. We'll chat with him tomorrow as he gives us a live look at the parade right in Dublin.